Hi, my name is Kim Maxwell, and I'm the Water Stop Coordinator for Team Ortho. And I just want to first say thank you so much for volunteering and taking the time to watch this video and learn what it takes to put on a water stop for Team Ortho. Okay, when you first arrive, you're going to find your water stop box, and I just want to go through some of the contents real quick. You're going to have a clipboard with all your instructions that were pre-sent to you and sign-in sheets. So please make sure that you go through your clipboard. That's mainly for the water stop captain. You're also going to find, you'll find a dowel, which looks like this, and you'll also find some spatulas. These are for mixing the Powerade. The Powerade comes in, most likely will come in pouches like this, but don't be surprised if it comes a little differently. You will find either a box of gloves or something like this that has a whole bunch of gloves in it, rain pouches in case it rains, and then little first aid kits throughout. Also, there will be pens and markers at the bottom of your water stop box or in a bag. You'll also get some snacks in there. You'll also have some Germ-X, definitely important, and just a whole bunch of rags and whatnot. So basically, you've just got a few things in your water stop box, but very key to make sure that everybody gets the gloves on. That's the main thing you want to get out of that box. As you're setting up the tables, you want to make sure the tables are 20 feet apart. The Powerade tables are first and the water tables are second. Between the Powerade and the water tables, it is important to put a pretty big gap. And the reason we are spreading the tables out down the street is to keep the runners from bunching up. And the other point I need to stress is everyone needs to be wearing gloves. It's a sanitary and obviously a health concern, and anybody who is mixing or pouring or handing out the water or the Powerade and their chance of their hands getting into the liquid needs to have gloves on. I ask you to arrive to the water stop about an hour early, and that is because of the importance of getting prepared and getting your cups full of the fluid, water or Powerade, stacked up. We usually tell you all to try to stack about 3 levels high. That's about the safest level. We've tried to stack 4 levels, and somebody's accidentally tipped the table and they all go falling. So about 3 levels high, you will be given some Coroplast sheets of it's kind of a hard plastic. They will be laying on the ground. That is something else you will get with all your water stop materials. And just use that to stack over the cups. You can get about 200 cups on the table. But please get there early and stack up, and that will decrease your stress level as the bulk of the runners come through the water stop. Your water stop captain will have strict instructions of how to mix up the Powerade. But remember, you've got 5-liter gallons of jugs, and we will have pouches or canisters of Powerade there for you, and a dowel will be there to mix up the Powerade. The key here is to start mixing as early as possible. And one great tip is to make all the Powerade before the race starts and store it in the empty gallon jugs of water that you used for water. Those empty jugs, instead of throwing them in the trash, to start storing your Powerade in those jugs and have them ready underneath the table for when you get those big rushes. And it's already made. You don't have to make it during the race. The stress level will be a lot lower. Water. So you're prepared, everything's poured, and you're waiting for the runners. Your team captain will have a kind of a time sheet that I will give them when to expect the first runners. And believe me, when you look down the road and the runners are coming, you're going to be surprised. There's going to be a wall of runners, so be ready. The majority of you will be handing out the drinks. You'll be between the tables and the runners. Really important job. Somebody at the front, probably 2 people at the bigger races, in the very front of the water tables or the Powerade tables, yelling Powerade first, water second. And please make sure that is someone with a very loud, booming voice. Again, 1 or 2 people, especially in those bigger races. All right, like we said, when the bulk of the runners are hitting the water stop, it's easy to get behind, so please make sure you've got people behind the tables monitoring that and filling as the runners are even taking water and Powerade. Another key point is to make sure we only fill the cups about halfway full, both for Powerade and water. And the reason being for that is really because people just take a few sips. So there's no reason to waste a lot of the product. So half full, both water and Powerade, and you should be good to go with that.
Water, Powerade!
As the runners come through, I just want to make the most important point to be there for that last runner. Make sure the water stop is still fully functional for that last runner, supporting them as much as the first runners. But as the runners start to trickle through, there's no reason why you can't start to clean up. Listen to your water stop captain. They will give you instructions of when to start breaking down some of the tables. Also during this time, it's important to be raking up the cups and getting them off the roadway. It can create a safety hazard. It can be slippery, so any chance you get, rake them up and get them into the garbage can. Okay, so the last runners come through. It's time for cleanup. Water's pretty easy to dispose of. The Powerade, it's very important that you don't put it in the grass or down the drain. Please pour everything back into the Powerade coolers, and we will dispose of it in our storage facility. After you've got the Powerade and the water off the tables, you're going to wipe them down with the rags provided, and then break the tables down and put all of the equipment that you have that is not garbage, put all of the equipment in one big pile on the curb where you found it. All the garbage needs to be bagged up and tied together and put in a separate pile for the garbage truck to pick up. Thank you so much for watching this video, you guys. Enjoy it out there. Have so much fun. The runners really, really appreciate you guys being out there, and so do we. We could not have a race like this without you guys, so thank you very much.